In this tutorial, we're going to talk about sending an engagement letter that requires an attorney, or the opportunity is through an attorney. So please watch the previous engagement letter video for some of the more in-depth training. But for this one, we are going to talk about again, the engagement letter, specifically where an attorney is involved. So for this training, again, you're going to begin on the quote. On the right-hand side in the drop-down menu, you're going to select the valuation engagement letter - attorney. This will begin the DocuSign process. Once you get to this screen, you can see again the document has been generated and saved to that record. So at this point, if you do not want to send it for signature and you just want to have this document to where you can email that to a client, you can just select done right here, and that would complete that step. If you want to go ahead and send this for signature, we're going to select send for signature. In this screen, we're now in the settings for getting ready to prepare this document for signature. We have our document selected. We're going to select next. In this window, we're going to add our recipients. You can add users or contacts. For this example, I'm going to add myself. You can select an action such as they need to sign. You can also add what role do they play. Perhaps this is the attorney that needs to sign. Also for this one, since it is an attorney, there are two signature blocks. So we need to add the attorney needs to sign. And we also have to have the client that the attorney is working on their behalf. So for example, we would add that they also need to sign, and their role would be perhaps the client of the attorney, and you can name their role as you need to. So now you can see both your attorney needs to sign this and their client needs to sign this. You can add an email subject and an email message here. You can also set up those extra options for reminders and the expiration date for the DocuSign. For now, I'm going to leave those as defaulted. Select Next. In this last window that comes up here, again, is where we are going to preview the document, and we're going to add our signature fields. This is where this document does differ just slightly from the other one. You can go through and see the information is here, the dates are here, and so forth. But there is a signature page for this document as well. And that signature page for this one is page 9. Here we have to add a couple of things. So this first section here is for the attorney's signature. And when this pulls in the information from the quote and from the opportunity, it will have the attorney's name populated as well as their title. For this example, the contact must have not had a title in place. For this template, we need to add the date signed, and we need to specifically pay attention to who up here in the left corner is the recipient. So we know that this recipient here was my attorney. So we need to add the recipient's, the attorney fields to the attorney section. So it's the date signed and the signature block. And then we go to the section that this is the attorney's, the client of the attorney. Again, these merge fields we need some direction on, but these areas in yellow will merge in. And what we need to do for this section is we need to, in the drop-down box on the left side, select the other recipient. So now we're going to select the attorney's client. And we're going to do the same thing, just pull in the signature block and the date signed. And now this document is ready for the attorney to sign, as well as the attorney's client to sign. And from this point on, all we need to do is select the send button, and this will email this to both people, and they will be prompted to sign in the correct signature blocks based on their role. And that is the differences with the attorney DocuSign engagement letter versus the standard engagement letter. So we're going to, for this example, assume this was sent. If I go back to the quote, we're going to be able to see that it did actually save a copy here on the file section.